In this video, I'm going to be turning this basically empty room into the ultimate $25,000 gaming room, equipped with the latest PC hardware, most insane gaming setups, and a vibe, hopefully, like no other. And the best bit, I'm going to take you guys along for the ride as we transform this empty space into something hopefully pretty epic. Let's do this.
Ready, set, go.
Let me start by giving you guys a quick bit of background about what this room is, what it's for, and how it came to be. Our existing YouTube studio is very full, and we needed more space. But rather than just building another generic YouTube studio, I thought, why not build the ultimate gaming room? Because who the hell doesn't want to build the ultimate gaming room? So I've been shopping, spent more money than was originally planned, and bought, loads of stuff to absolutely transform this space. Let me start by walking you through what we've got. Any good gaming setup needs a place where you can sit, stand, or ideally both to game, and that's where these come in. Now, these are motorized desks from FlexiSpot. This is not like an ad or sponsored or anything like that. They're just really cool. So they've got 5 mode presets, and of course, they're electrically adjustable. Nothing new there, but they're available with only the frames, allowing you to go to somewhere like IKEA, something we've already done, to pick up tops that you actually prefer. I think that makes sense as a good place to start. Let's get these desks built up, see if these things are actually any good. I'm hoping they are on the basis I've already bought 3, and then we'll go from there and actually building the setups on top and decorating this wall so it's a little bit less, what's the word? Bland. And this looks like the motorized, aka the expensive bit. So this is the bit I need to be careful to not break. I tell you guys something, these certainly are not light, but the build quality does feel very, very good. Definitely not something you want to drop on your, well, anywhere, or on anybody, or anything, anywhere you kind of, yes.
Many months later.
Then by the looks of things, you just take this central rod here, which apparently adjusts, so I'm told, to basically whatever width you want. So if you've got like a really big tabletop, you can make it super wide. And if you've got a smaller tabletop, you can make it much more narrow. And then they just easily fasten on. There's lots of Allen keys involved, but otherwise seems solid. And then, once you connect it to the other leg, it looks like we've got ourselves a desk, or at least the frame of a desk.
Later.
So there's no top on just yet, but let's test it out and make sure it works. This then gives us our control module, so you can see we've got different abilities to set preset, little LED screen, and of course, the power cable. So let's plug it in, see if it works. There's no reason it shouldn't, but it's always best to double check. Moment of truth time then. If I press the up arrow, does it go up? Oh, yes, it does. Only thing I need to do now is repeat this for the other 2 desks and add our IKEA tops on, so we've got somewhere to actually build the gaming setup. Okay, yep, stopping. That is very tall, Dad. Great bit of kit. Wow, I am so happy with how this looks. It's obviously not quite screwed in yet, otherwise it wouldn't do that. But, as a starting point, that looks really good. Now can you see why we bought custom tops for our own legs? I am so happy with that. And there we go. That's 1 down, 2 to go. All the desks are now built, and I've also added in this Alex Draw IKEA desk combo, the famous boring one that everybody does, to provide a little bit of a backdrop for some of our videos as well. Our filming desk is then going to sit just here, allowing us to make the videos look ideally as good as possible. The next thing I want to do is actually get on and build an amazing setup on this desk, and where better place to start than the monitor. Of all the monitors I could have picked, there was only really one choice for this area: the Alienware AW3423DW. Ever since I laid my eyes on this panel back in, don't know, a year ago, I was in love with it. It's quantum dot, it's OLED, high refresh rate, it's absolutely stunning. They do a 38-inch version too, but for me today, the 34 is great. I also featured a similar panel in my ultimate home gaming setup, which you can watch in the cards section now. Of course, to take best advantage of a monitor this sick, we need awesome peripherals and a great PC. So let me show you what I've picked. Extended mousepad, keeping it nice and simple, Corsair's MM700 RGB. On top of that, I'll be placing this, the ROG Strix Scope TK Out. It's a wireless 10-keyless mechanical keyboard with double shot PBT keycaps and just an awesome design and aesthetic that we love here on the channel. You can read our full review on our website. MSI's GM41 is the mouse of choice. It's wireless, but the latency is very, very quick. It's not going to be for everyone, but the charging dock makes it easy to keep it nice and topped up in the battery life department, and the new GM51 gives you a more clutch grip or feel if that's something you prefer. Audio in terms of headset audio, but I have got some speakers too, is going to be powered by the ROG Delta S Wireless. It's one of the most expensive headsets on the market, but one of the best. And the integrated mics that mean you don't don't have a boom pole look super sleek. In terms of recording audio, I've picked up the brand new NZXT Capsule Mini, so brand new, I haven't even opened it yet. NZXT's original capsule design was a little bit too big, which is why I'm glad they've made a mini version subsequently, but it did sound very good, and the audio quality on it was actually pretty top tier. I can't get into this. Oh, wow, gosh, that really is mini. In fact, it's tiny. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's actually kind of cute, you know. Oh, that is really, really cool. So you've got a thread mount on the bottom, a USB-C connection, and I presume a headphone or monitoring output. And they also sent over this, which is like a boom arm, but the mini version we can place on the desk to separate the mic. It's gonna look a bit more sick and be better for those gaming sessions we're planning on having. Other audio will be provided by a pair of these. These are JBL LSR305P Mark IIs. But aside from the ludicrously long name, these are the best speakers I think you can buy for about $150 per unit. Obviously you need two, but the sound quality on them is just amazing. And in terms of the backdrop, I can actually show you on the speaker stands, they are gonna look absolutely sick. And of course mean that when we're playing games, we can have some nice audio quality to boot. Give me a moment. Let's put all these peripherals on the desk, and then I want to show you the PC, something I am super excited for. For the other setup, I'm going to build something from scratch in this video, but for this one, I've got something special that arrived a few weeks ago, so let me hand off to Past James to reveal all. I have had a delivery, and I'm pretty excited about what's inside. Let's take a look. Ugh. Let's get it opened up with quite possibly the world's most inadequate pair of scissors by comparison to the size of this box. I think this might go down as the biggest box ever delivered to the GeekaWhat channel. And this is an item that I have a feeling is going to be pretty special to us here on the channel. Oh, just seen a glimpse. No way. Oh my God. Whoa. I think you guys can probably see where this is going. That's the front. And look at the side. This is so sick. Right, the freaking side panel is like, it looks like engraved or something. I have no idea how that's been done. I frankly don't care because it looks sick. The inside, oh yes. Look at that. But there is one thing. Before I praise this PC, we need to find out. Does it pass the cable management test? Here we go. Whoa! Yeah, that's clean. That's very clean indeed. This is part of the Chillblast X lineup here in the UK, and it means that anybody can get their PC wrapped too. This isn't like a special one-off thing. Well, it is for me. No one's having a GeekaWhat one, but you could get your own one. I'll link it below. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Chillblast. This is sick. Is finally going into the brand new set. And of course, more than powerful enough to play the latest games. It's got a 4070 Ti and a Ryzen 7000. This thing is so beautiful. A massive shout out, Chillblast. Not sponsored, but I'll link them down below. Who wouldn't want a PC that looks like this? Anyway, I think I'm missing a speaker. Where's my other speaker gone? Found it! Super good. One setup down, one to go. The next order of business is building another gaming PC to go on our other gaming desk. With this one being a darker desk against a darker wall, I want a more stealthy build colour scheme, but still with plenty of RGB. CPU-wise, I've picked up the AMD Ryzen 7700X. So for those of you who say,
James, you never do AMD Ryzen builds,
this video has two. I'll be installing this into the ROG STRIX X670E gaming Wi-Fi, one of my favourite mini ITX X670 motherboard designs. Storage and RAM will be provided by a 1TB WD Black SN, which was this one, the 850, not the 850X, the standard 850. Where's the RAM gone? Ah, here it is. The RAM is on the floor, but I found it. This is the Kingston Fury DDR5 memory kit that's going to work perfectly in the X670 motherboard. For high-end video editing and stuff like that, you want 64, but for gaming, 32 is going to be totally fine. In terms of the gaming prowess and performance, I've not exactly scrimped out on the graphics card. This one's got an RTX 4080 in, so you've got a dual 40 series setup in this gaming room, while the whole system will be built inside the Thermaltake Tower 100 for two main reasons. First, wow, three main reasons. For a few main reasons. Anyway, it's going to look great on the set. It's the right colour. You can see inside, which I like. It's also not too large, so leaves plenty of room on the desk. And it supports triple slot graphics cards, which I really, really like. Power and cooling are going to be provided by the Thermaltake TH120. Power is then going to be also supplemented with a ToughPower 1000 watt. Some nice RGB fans as well that are actually RGB on the frame rather than on the blades. Complete the build nicely. So what are we waiting for? Let's get this blooming build put together over on the new set and we can start working on the other gaming area in this room. In the interest of time, this obviously isn't going to be a full build tutorial, but you can obviously find those on the channel. Maybe even get subscribed if you're new around here to see us build plenty of truly epic gaming PCs. Mini ITX systems are always a challenge, but I do like a challenge every now and again. And there is nothing better than having a PC that performs like a rocket, but can fit in your pocket. Maybe not quite your pocket, but you get the sentiment. This case is kind of cool. Works like a chimney. So you just pop the motherboard in the middle, screw all of that down. Then I'm going to pop the 1000 watt mega but super tiny power supply in before slotting the GPU and the cooler in afterwards. And once all of that's done, we should in theory have a functioning build that's ready to look sick on the new setup. There we are. First impressions, looking pretty good. I can finally start working then on the second desk setup and the other half of the ultimate gaming room. What I'm going to do first is actually add some shelves to the wall. I've picked up these ones from IKEA, which match with the dark black and grey aesthetics and have these cool industrial angular brackets. I'll leave links to these and everything else down below. I've also picked up these Govee RGB LED light strips. It's like a rope, it's super customizable. I really love how they do these, and I'm hoping with the wall, which I'm really pleased with, it's going to add a nice bit of an edge in terms of lighting, general vibe, and of course for the backdrop we've got going on. And I can finally reveal to you, now it has a home, how good this thing looks when it's all finished. Would you look at that? Now, 4080 RGB Thermaltake fan, it is gorgeous, but the setup appears to be missing something. Not only a set of peripherals, which I will come on to in a few moments' time, but something bigger and more important. Something which we will find in this incredibly heavy and very large box. I was going to say it's locked, but in shipping, the lock appears to have sustained a bit of damage. Sorry. And that, my friends, is the reason Corsair shipped this in a case, because this is something very special indeed. This is Corsair's incredible XENEON Flex gaming monitor. A monitor that is not only curved, but actively bends. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness, take a look at this. So I think I'm going to build it, then we're going to bend it. This does feel a bit dodgy, but I think it'll be okay. Oh my word, that is massive. Time for the ultimate party trick. Pull out the handles and bend. Oh! Oh, it's so sick. I feel a bit nauseous. It feels wrong. Now, what this means is that you can have a super immersive, bendable gaming experience, and then, when you've had enough and you want to go back to generic monitor mode, simply bend it back. It clicks into place. You can stow away the handles and return a normal gaming monitor. But of course, we're not going to do that. We're going to have it in full bend mode. Now, the advantage of this means obviously you can go for a bendable or a non-bendable use case, but also you can adjust how much the monitor bends. So if you've got a particular curvature that you like, you can go ahead and have it. It's worth mentioning that this isn't just one big party trick. It also has a 240 Hertz, 4K, 45-inch OLED display with a 0.03 millisecond response time, NVIDIA G-Sync. It goes from a maximum of 800R on the curvature to completely flat. Oh yes, and it has a 1.5 million to 1 contrast ratio, just casually as part of its spec list. It's so cool. Of course, for a panel like this, we also need some cool peripherals, so let me guide you through what I've picked up. Cheeky little Cooler Master MM310 matte black gaming mouse, fairly lightweight, just a good all-rounder. Also got Corsair's brand new HS50 wireless gaming headset. Not super expensive. We've tried more pricey options from them, but this will do the job nicely. Keyboard, I've got a Corsair Classic, the K70 RGB Pro. Didn't want to go overboard, but I definitely want something good for gaming and typing, hence the MX red switches on this one. With finally a Corsair MM350 Pro extendable gaming mousepad. We've used this for years, really like it, and I think once this is all installed in the setup, it's gonna look pretty good. we're not messing about. I've gone straight into Formula 1 2022, 4K, ultra-wide, ray tracing, DLSS 3. Oh, terrible start from me there. I can't believe this. Well, I've had a really bad, very, very bad start, but I can't believe how good the graphics. Oh my goodness me. This is unbelievable. I got a penalty already. I've got a warning for a collision, but the graphics are like nothing else I've ever seen. Corsair, 2 years ago, you'd never made a gaming monitor, but after this, I don't think there can be any doubt that you guys know what you're doing when it comes to making one hell of a display. What a way to round off the ultimate gaming room. I'll leave you guys with a fancy tour of what we've achieved in this space and keep your eyes out for everything that we're planning to do with it in the future. See you soon.
Ready, set, go.